Hi, good morning. As I'm sitting here in my kitchen, as I usually do, creating, just working away, doing some household chores, cutting my pumpkin here, my squash, prepping it for the winter. I'm chopping it up and freezing. I have a message that I want to share with you from my spirit guides, from my team, my spirit team that wants you to know, wants us to know, because it wants me to know also, is that sometimes, I'm gonna have to, give me a second here, pause and get the right words that they want me to get across. Is that we are so often willing and jump in to help everybody else, right? In no time at all. Without thinking, somebody asks for help, you jump in and help. But when it's time for us to help ourselves, to show up for us, we have a hard time. And so what they are saying is, how are you showing up for yourself? How do you want to show up for others? So this is important, and it's very interesting because the first part is how you show up for yourself came to me before, but how to show up for others just popped in now. And it's like, if you cannot show up for yourself 100%, how do you expect to show up for other people? How do you expect yourself to show up for somebody who needs you fully in your full energetic present moment? So be aware that if you cannot show up for yourself and you cannot make time for yourself, how do you make time for others? Very important, right? And I know for myself, I had to learn the hard way to show up for myself. How I show up for myself is I make time for myself in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever, during the day. But I pick a time and I stick with that time for me to show up for myself, whether it's meditation, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whether it's sitting, by myself quietly in my backyard somewhere to connect with my thoughts, let my mind go blank and see what shows up for me. Going for a walk in nature, that is my showing up for myself, because that gives me plenty of time to relax and to just enjoy nature, connect with the energies of the trees, the energy of the earth. Dancing, singing, some of my favorite tunes. Even when I go for a walk, sometimes I hum. Sometimes I'm guided to do light language and to open up the channels or to share that channel energy that comes through through a light language sound. And light language is more than just, it's not an understanded words, it's a knowing words. It's like when you have that light language popping into you, it's not the resonate of what the word means, but it's where that sound, because it's a sound, where does a sound land in your body, what frequency it brings into your body, what it clears in your body, and how it aligns with you. Okay, this is how light language for me works. And also for me, it works with sometimes nature, trees, herbs. Some herbs that I pick when I go to it, there's a sound that comes to mind for me. So I say it out loud. And when I say it out loud, it's almost like I feel this cord connection from me to the earth and to the plant, and then back to me again. It's like a circle. And there's so much out there that we are not understanding because we are so immersed into the chaos of the world and what's going on with everything around us. That this is important to do, to show up for yourself, because you need to show up for yourself first before you can help other people and before you can be there for someone else. Learn your own signature, learn your own understanding of what that frequency is for you. It took me years to do that, and it's a learning process. And it's not a one time, you learn one thing one time and here you go. You're ready to learn and you're ready to teach the world. No, because it is just like going from kindergarten to college, then to going to further. It's, it's a continuous learning. There's a continuous evaluation. There's a continuous evolution. And there's a continuous of new aspect and new prospect and new understanding and new ways, frequencies, and that you are being given. Once you've owned and you've understood that one particular thing, then you're moving on to the next. So it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes dedication. And if you want to learn and if you want to connect, with yourself and show up for yourself and others, I am opening up space for, I haven't had the time down yet because I'm dealing with a lot of things right now, going through transition from summer to fall around the house with the plants, and I need to collect all my plants and stuff. But within a few weeks, I will have a time that I am posting. I'm putting up a class, and probably be either weekly or bi-weekly. I am not sure how I'm going to work that out, of connecting with yourself, of showing up for yourself and learning about those energies and where they land in you. How can they support you, support yourself, and then understanding that and then moving on to others. And there's many layers that I had to go through to get where I am here, and I want to guide you to the same space if you are willing and if you are serious about it, because this is not something that you learn one day or a week and then that's it. No, it's an ongoing thing. But my class is going to be for a few classes, a few sessions, and then have a break and then possibly do another. I'm not sure yet. But I'm listening to Spirit, and I'm listening to my guides and how they're guiding me to show up for myself and for others. And I think we've gone through enough or so much this year that it has forced everybody to go inwards, and it has forced a lot of people to really face what they are dealing with. What is it that they need to change? What is it that they are not doing in their life that they need to pay attention? You need to pay attention to what you're doing in your life. How is it that you're caring for yourself can help yourself and others? And that also means your family. That also means your own sovereignty, your own self. How does that make sense? How does that show up for you? Right? So like I said, there's a lot there, and it seems complicated, but it's not. And I really want to help you get to the next step, to the next place of where you can show up for yourself and be in a better mental state, in a better mind state, that you can either be more relaxed. You can be more understanding, less judgmental, because I feel nowadays everybody's like in their flight or fight mode. And by grounding that energy of showing up for yourself will give you the time, will give you the space to really understand what you are doing or what you're not doing for yourself and others. Okay? Well, I thank you, and I thank my spirit guides for giving me this message to pass on to you. I am blessed to be in the space. As always, I'm very grateful to be able to share this. And even if it helps just one person, or even if someone takes away whatever is benefit for them, whether it's a minute or a second, or, listening to the whole thing, I appreciate it. Please share, subscribe, share, follow me, whatever it is that you are called to do. I am grateful for that. Okay, bye.